A remarkable discovery in Jerusalem, with researchers uncovering a burial slab where the body of Jesus may have been laid after his crucifixion.
For the first time in centuries, researchers have uncovered what's believed to be Jesus' tomb inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
In a remarkable revelation that has captured global attention, scientists believe they have finally uncovered the long-lost tomb of Jesus Christ. After centuries of speculation, research, and tireless exploration, there is now compelling evidence pointing to what may be Jesus' final resting place.
I think if the bones of Jesus were actually found, then that would imply that Jesus of Nazareth did not rise from the dead.
When researchers opened the tomb, they were astounded by the treasures inside, which offered answers to questions that have puzzled scholars, believers, and skeptics alike. You might be wondering, what led scientists to this extraordinary claim? How did they gather the evidence, and where exactly is this tomb located? What discoveries were made inside? Let's dive into this groundbreaking find that has resolved ancient mysteries and marked a significant milestone in the world of science. Researchers have recently identified Jesus' tomb within Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre. With a sense of awe, they uncovered mortar beneath the slab traditionally believed to be where Jesus was laid to rest, dating back to the time of Roman Emperor Constantine. This finding aligns with historical accounts that pinpoint this location as the site where Christians believe Jesus was buried. The story of Constantine, the first Roman emperor to embrace Christianity, is deeply intertwined with this discovery. Between 325 and 326 AD, Constantine, aided by his mother Helena, is said to have located what is believed to be the rocky tomb of Jesus. According to historical narratives, this tomb had been hidden beneath a temple dedicated to the Roman goddess Venus. Driven by a divine mission, Constantine sent emissaries to uncover this sacred site. Their journey led them to Jerusalem in 325 AD, where they began their search for Jesus' tomb. According to legend, the search party was guided to a Roman temple that had stood for nearly 2 centuries. This ancient structure became the centerpiece of their exploration, ultimately leading to the discovery of what is believed to be the final resting place of Jesus. In the quest to uncover the sacred tomb, the Roman temple met a transformative fate. This ancient structure, a relic of antiquity, was dismantled to reveal the hidden secrets beneath its foundations. As the layers of history were peeled away, the excavation uncovered a tomb meticulously carved from the rugged limestone of a cave. The unveiling of the tomb's interior marked a pivotal moment in history. The natural cave, now a revered space, had its upper section removed, exposing the sacred area within. This discovery led to the construction of the edicule, a protective structure that encapsulates the divine significance of this holy site. The story of Constantine's mission and the subsequent discovery of the tomb beneath the Roman temple symbolizes the complex relationship between history, faith, and the pursuit of sacred relics. This narrative, deeply ingrained in Christian tradition, intertwines the temporal and spiritual, creating a tapestry of profound meaning. Within the tomb, believed to hold the earthly remains of Jesus Christ, a striking feature stands out: a long shelf, often called a burial bed. According to tradition, this is where Jesus' lifeless body was laid to rest after the crucifixion. This feature invites deep reflection, representing the solemn aftermath of a defining moment in Christian theology. Examining the architectural details of the tomb reveals similarities with the burial practices of wealthy 1st century Jews in Jerusalem. These tombs, carved from enduring limestone, often featured such shelves and niches. This connection suggests a shared cultural understanding of how to honor the deceased, with the burial bed serving as both a physical structure and a symbolic space intertwined with Christian spirituality. It represents the final resting place, a silent witness to events of profound significance. As one contemplates the details etched in the limestone, the history of the Christian faith comes to life. The marble covering the burial bed, a testament to the passage of time, is believed to have been added no later than 1555, though some historical evidence suggests it could date back to the mid-1300s. Pilgrim accounts from that era provide valuable insights, deepening our understanding of the sacredness enshrined within. Each chisel mark on the marble and every contour of the burial bed resonates with the reverence of centuries. These features, steeped in history, bridge the gap between the past and the present. The tomb, with its profound details, is more than just a physical space. It is a vessel carrying centuries of devotion and contemplation, inviting all who approach to connect with a narrative forever carved in stone. What did scientists discover after dating the mortar samples from Jesus' tomb? A team of scientists, led by Chief Scientific Supervisor Antonia Moropoulou, conducted an analysis of mortar samples taken from various locations within the edicule, and their findings stunned the world. The mortar, a time capsule of architectural history, was closely examined. As the team collected samples from different parts of the edicule, they employed the intricate process of radiocarbon dating to uncover the ancient secrets hidden within the material. The recently revealed test results have shed new light on the timeline of the edicule's construction. The discovery that the lower slab, a crucial part of this sacred structure, was likely mortared in place during the mid-4th century adds significant historical depth to the monument. This finding strongly suggests that the edicule was constructed during the reign of Emperor Constantine, a revelation that ties the monument's origins to a pivotal figure in history. The confirmation of Constantine's role in building the edicule has profound implications for scholars and historians striving to unravel the complex history of this sacred site. The mid-4th century date provides a snapshot of a bygone era, linking the edicule's architectural evolution to the Roman Empire's legacy. For those immersed in studying this holy monument, the dating of the edicule's lower slab is a surprising and welcome discovery that strengthens the ongoing quest for historical truth. The mortar samples, which silently witnessed the craftsmanship of ancient builders, now reveal insights that deepen our understanding of the sacred journey led by Emperor Constantine and the construction of Jesus' tomb. While analyzing these samples, scientists used an advanced technique called optically stimulated luminescence, OSL. This method allowed researchers to determine when the quartz particles in the mortar were last exposed to light, providing precise temporal information. The mortar samples underwent careful examination at 2 separate laboratories, each independently contributing to the search for accurate historical data. Through the OSL technique, researchers were able to track the exposure of quartz particles to light over time, offering crucial insights into the periods when the mortar was applied and altered. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem has withstood the ravages of time, enduring centuries of violence, fires, and earthquakes. Its walls echo with the trials and tribulations of history. The church faced its greatest destruction in 1009 when it was nearly obliterated. This catastrophic event, almost a millennium ago, presents a daunting challenge for modern scientists attempting to uncover the true origins of Jesus' tomb. The destruction of the church, a central pillar of Christian devotion, severely hindered efforts to uncover the mysteries within its sacred walls. After the devastation, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre was meticulously rebuilt, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. However, doubts lingered among modern scholars, casting uncertainty on the authenticity of the site, believed to be Christ's burial place. Questions persisted across the ages as contemporary thinkers wondered whether the reconstructed church accurately reflected the sacred ground identified by a Roman delegation nearly 17 centuries ago. Throughout history, the church has stood as a testament to the enduring spirit of Jerusalem's sacred landscape, inviting reflection and inquiry into the complex narratives that shape the journey of faith and the pursuit of historical truth. As scientists examined mortar samples taken from the southern wall of the cave, a historical timeline began to take shape. These samples, dated to the years 335 and 1570, served as a temporal link connecting the Roman-era construction with a documented 16th century restoration. These fragments of mortar, preserved within the very walls of the edicule, became a testament to the rich history embedded in this sacred space. The southern wall, a silent witness to centuries of change, provided evidence of Roman-era construction, reinforcing the story of the edicule's evolution through time. Through precise dating methods, scientists were able to trace the chronological layers left by successive builders and restorers. A particularly striking discovery emerged as the team focused on the entrance to the tomb. The mortar from this key area was dated to the 11th century, aligning with a significant period in the edicule's history, the careful reconstruction that followed its destruction in 1009. The 11th century reconstruction, reflected in the dated mortar, revealed the resilience of those committed to preserving this sacred space. The scientific analysis of these fragments not only served as a chronological guide, but also paid tribute to the craftsmanship and dedication of those who, over the centuries, contributed to the ongoing renewal of the edicule. Today, the tomb is visited by millions of pilgrims each year and is cared for by priests from various Christian denominations, adhering to strict protocols that have been in place since the Ottoman era. Asterisk, aside from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, what other sites are considered possible burial places of Jesus? While the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is the most widely accepted site, there are 6 other tombs in Jerusalem that some believe could be the true burial place of Jesus of Nazareth. But which one, if any, is the real location? One such site is the Talpiot family tomb, located about 5 kilometers south of Jerusalem's Old City. Discovered in 1980, it gained significant attention after the 2007 Discovery Channel documentary Asterisk, The Lost Tomb of Jesus Asterisk, produced by James Cameron and directed by Simcha Jacobovici. Inside the Talpiot tomb, 10 ossuaries, stone burial boxes, were found bearing names such as Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. The filmmakers focused on an ossuary inscribed with Mariamene, which they suggested could belong to Mary Magdalene, proposing that she might have been married to Jesus. 2 of the ossuaries bore patronyms, one for Jude, son of Jesus, and another for Jesus, son of Joseph, leading to speculation that Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a son named Judah. However, scholars caution that names like Jesus, Joseph, and Mary were extremely common in the 1st century AD, and the filmmakers may have overinterpreted these findings. Supporters of the Talpiot tomb theory argue that DNA testing showed no maternal relation between Jesus and Mariamene, which the documentary suggests could be evidence of marriage. Critics, however, point out that the lack of maternal relation could also imply other familial ties, such as a father-daughter or grandfather-granddaughter relationship. James Tabor, a scholar, has proposed that the famous James, brother of Jesus ossuary might have come from the Talpiot tomb, suggesting it could be the family burial site of Jesus of Nazareth. Chemical testing, funded by filmmaker Simcha Jacobovici, indicated that the James ossuary shared a chemical fingerprint with the Talpiot tomb, based on trace elements found in East Jerusalem soil. However, the small sample size used in these tests raises questions about the reliability of the results. Additionally, there's doubt about whether the James ossuary actually originated from the Talpiot tomb, as its appearance differs from the other ossuaries found there. Notably, many scholars interviewed for the documentary, except for James Tabor, have expressed concerns about how their statements were portrayed, raising doubts about the conclusions presented by the filmmakers. In simple terms, proponents of the Talpiot family tomb theory haven't convincingly tackled a major issue. If Jesus' family was from Galilee, why would they have a family tomb in Jerusalem? Archaeologist Jody Magnus points out that, during Jesus' time, only wealthy families could afford rock-cut tombs and the practice of transferring bones to ossuaries. Given that Jesus' family was likely of modest means from Galilee, they would probably have used a simple grave instead. Magnus also notes that the names on the Talpiot tomb's ossuaries suggest a Judean origin, where people were identified by their first name and their father's name, unlike in Galilee, where identification was by first name and hometown. The pieces of the puzzle just don't align with a Galilean profile. Another proposed burial site for Jesus is the Garden Tomb, which gained popularity in 1883 after Charles Gordon suggested it, leading to its alternate name, Gordon's Tomb. Its serene garden setting has made it a favourite spot for tourists, particularly evangelical Christians who believe it could be the true burial place of Jesus. However, the Garden Tomb's history is marked by questionable identification methods, including Gordon's idea that Jerusalem resembled a skeleton, with Skull Hill as the head. There's also a case of outright fraud, where Ron Wyatt falsely claimed to have discovered the Ark of the Covenant nearby. Further skepticism arises from the fact that no tombs from the Second Temple era have been found in the area. Archaeologist Gabriel Barquet, who studied the tomb complex that includes the Garden Tomb, concluded that it dates back to the Iron Age, around the 7th or 8th centuries BC. Its architectural style is more consistent with First Temple era tombs, such as those near the Basilica of St. Stephen. Unlike what is described in John 19:41, the Garden Tomb was not a new tomb at the time of Jesus. It was already over 600 years old. As a result, this site has been ruled out as a potential burial place for Jesus. Another site suggested as Jesus' burial location is the Tomb of the Shroud, located in the Kidron Valley. This site has garnered attention due to its proximity to the Garden of Gethsemane and its association with a tradition linking it to Joseph of Arimathea. The Tomb of the Shroud is a rock-cut burial chamber, typical of tombs from ancient Judea. Its name comes from an ancient burial shroud or cloth believed to have been found there. While some traditions argue that the shroud tomb is connected to Joseph of Arimathea, who, according to the New Testament, provided Jesus' tomb after the crucifixion, others view this claim with skepticism. Archaeological evidence supporting its connection to Jesus is scarce, and opinions on the site's historical accuracy vary among researchers. Visitors are drawn to the Tomb of the Shroud due to its religious significance and the intriguing connection to Jesus' burial. Despite the uncertainties, it remains part of the rich tapestry of traditions and beliefs about Jesus' final resting place. A fourth location associated with Jesus' burial is Dominus Flevit Church. Located on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, this site offers a stunning view of the Old City. Dominus Flevit means the Lord wept in Latin, commemorating the tradition that Jesus wept over Jerusalem from this spot. Designed by Italian architect Antonio Bartoluzzi, the church's teardrop shape symbolizes Jesus' tears. Its unique architecture and panoramic views make it a popular destination for visitors exploring Jerusalem's holy sites. Next to the church is a rock-cut tomb, which some traditions link to Joseph of Arimathea. Although Dominus Flevit Church is not as widely recognized as the Church of the Holy Sepulchre for its connection to Jesus' tomb, it adds a layer of spiritual significance to the Mount of Olives, a site rich in biblical history. While it isn't considered the definitive burial place of Jesus, Dominus Flevit Church remains a meaningful location, blending history, architecture, and the religious narrative of Jesus' time. Additionally, the Tomb of the Virgin Mary and the Tomb of Joseph of Arimathea are two more sites believed by some to be related to Jesus. The Tomb of the Virgin Mary, located in the Kidron Valley, is traditionally thought to be the burial place of Jesus' mother. Pilgrims visit this site with the belief that it holds special significance in Christian history. However, there is limited historical documentation to support its connection to Mary. The tomb's appeal comes from its association with Mary and the rich stories embedded in Christian tradition. As for Joseph of Arimathea, who is mentioned in the New Testament as having provided his own tomb for Jesus, the exact location of his tomb is uncertain and varies among traditions. Some suggest it is in the Kidron Valley, while others propose different locations. These varying claims add an element of mystery to the search for the final resting place of the man who played a crucial role in Jesus' burial. Both tombs are deeply intertwined with religious devotion and historical narrative, offering spiritual significance to those who explore them. The stories surrounding these sites contribute to the broader tapestry of Christian faith, drawing pilgrims and historians to uncover the layers of history and spirituality connected to Jesus' burial. The ongoing quest for their accurate locations continues to intrigue those interested in the historical and spiritual aspects of Jesus' final resting place. In 2017, a team of experts embarked on a significant restoration project at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, a site held sacred by Christians as the location of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection. This iconic church, with its rich and complex history marked by numerous renovations and changes over the centuries, continues to captivate historians, archaeologists, and believers alike. The primary focus of the restoration was to reinforce the edicule, the small shrine that houses the tomb of Jesus within the church. Built in the early 19th century, the edicule had undergone several repairs over time, but had begun to show signs of wear, including cracks in its marble walls and an unstable foundation. To preserve this sacred site, experts carefully planned and executed the necessary restorations. During the meticulous work on the edicule, the restoration team made an unexpected and remarkable discovery. As they carefully removed the marble cladding from the tomb's inner chamber, they uncovered a previously hidden chamber within the tomb. This chamber had remained sealed and forgotten for centuries. The discovery astonished the archaeological community and added a new layer of intrigue to the history of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It appears that the hidden chamber was sealed off during a renovation of the edicule in 1555, a detail that had been lost to history. While the chamber did not contain any human remains or significant artifacts, its existence highlighted the evolving nature of the church and the layers of history concealed within its sacred walls. Archaeologists and historians quickly recognized the significance of this find, as it underscored the ongoing process of uncovering the mysteries of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, a place that has borne witness to centuries of religious devotion and historical change. The purpose and significance of the sealed chamber remain subjects of scholarly investigation, offering new opportunities for research and exploration within this revered site. This discovery has reignited interest in the Church's history and fueled the ongoing quest to unravel its complex and multifaceted past. Beyond the fascinating findings within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the search for Jesus' burial place has also extended beyond Jerusalem. In the Talpiot neighborhood, just south of the city, lies the Talpiot tomb, which has drawn significant attention in recent years. Discovered in 1980, this tomb complex contained 10 ossuaries, 2 of which have sparked considerable debate. One ossuary bears the inscription Yeshua bar Yehoseph, Jesus, son of Joseph, while another is inscribed with Mariamene Emara, Mary known as the Master. Some have speculated that this tomb could be the resting place of Jesus, Mary, and possibly other family members. However, scholars continue to vigorously debate the authenticity and interpretation of these inscriptions. Critics argue that names like Yeshua, Jesus, and Mariamene, Mary, were common in that period, making such combinations statistically probable. The translation of Mariamene Emara as Mary, known as the Master, is also open to various interpretations. Despite the controversy, the Talpiot tomb remains a significant topic in biblical archaeology. While it has not been definitively linked to Jesus' burial, it contributes to the ongoing exploration of the historical and archaeological aspects of his life and death. The quest to uncover the mysteries of his final resting place continues to captivate scholars and believers alike. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Mystery Chamber. While you're here, check out the other videos on your screen right now.